the phone representing the city, and I believe I also have Mr. Pulaski on the phone representing Ms. Hodge. Ms. Hodge, are you also on the phone?
Yes, I am.
Very good. So, Mr. Pulaski, I think you only represent her in the city case, but are you prepared to go forward today on that larceny case?
Yes.
Are we doing a change of plea or putting it back on the trial calendar?
Change of plea.
Okay. So, Ms. Hodge, I have a Rule 11 dated April 3rd, and according to what I have, you'd be pleading to the charge, which was a larceny back in December, on December 18th of 2019 at Fred Meyer's, where the allegation was you took $252.61 worth of merchandise. If you enter a plea today of either guilty or no contest, you would end up with a suspended sentence of 30 days, a suspended fine of $100, and probation for 6 months with the requirement you don't violate the law. Is that your understanding of the Rule 11, Ms. Hodge?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, I have to go through a few things with you. You have an absolute right to continue to plead not guilty, and if you tell me you want to hold the government to its burden, I'd put you back on the trial calendar for sometime in June. You'd have a right to have your attorney subpoena in any witnesses who might not willingly want to come testify on your behalf. You also could have your attorney file motions. He could also cross-examine the government's witnesses. You yourself could either take the stand and testify on your own behalf. That'd be subject to cross-examination like any other person in a trial. But because it's a criminal trial, you also would have a right to not take the stand and to remain silent. And it's a misdemeanor, so the jury of 6 would be instructed they could not hold your silence against you. Only way that they could find you guilty is if by unanimous verdict, and the jury would be told you're presumed innocent, and that doesn't change. You can only be found guilty if all 6 members of the jury believe the government proved beyond a reasonable doubt each element of the charge or charges against you. If they did by unanimous verdict found you guilty, you also would have a right to appeal to the appellate court and ask the appellate court to set aside the conviction. If you go forward today, you're giving up those rights, and this would be a conviction of record. But you would not be waiving the right if I gave you an illegal sentence you could always appeal an illegal sentence. Do you have any question about the trial rights you give up if you go forward today, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Have you had a lack of sleep and illness, stress, drugs, alcohol, anything affecting your judgment today?
No.
Do you feel clear-headed today, Ms. Hodge?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So if you have any questions, I want you to ask your attorney before you enter a plea. But to the charge of larceny, this is again from 12/18/2019 at Fred Meyer's for allegedly stealing property in the amount of $252.61. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Mr. Nagel, do you have anything to add?
No, Your Honor. The city would simply ask the court to accept the agreement of the parties. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Pulaski, anything to add?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I guess is Mr. Miller on the phone for...
Your Honor, this is Andy Miller. I just joined the call. I kind of came into this late. Didn't know there was a change of plea going on.
This is for the misdemeanor.
That's okay. We're doing a change of plea on Ms. Hodge's misto, and after we finish with that, I'll turn to you and ask if you want to address that or just quash the warrant and set it on for another time for the state case.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so Ms. Hodge, anything you want me to know before I put the misdemeanor on the record?
No.
Okay. So I think this is reasonable. I'm going to accept the plea, sentence you to 30 days, all 30 are suspended, $100 fine, all $100 suspended. You're on probation for 6 months with the requirement you don't violate the law. Any associated warrants with that are quashed, and also we're going to quash the warrants in State of Alaska versus Harriet Hodge 1JU 18-515. Let me now turn to, I think it was Mr. Dunmeyer. What would you like to do with the remaining PTRP felony case, sir?
Your Honor, it's Mr. Miller, unless Mr. Dunmeyer is on there.
Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Miller.
This is my case, and we're just going to set it on for a status hearing. I don't have a whole lot of information about this matter right now.
Okay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and quash the warrant, though, because I don't want her getting picked up on that. Do you know I'm pro temp to do this, or can send it back to whichever judge has the PTRP. Do you know offhand who that is?
I know very little, Your Honor. Oh, it looks like Judge Pallenberg.
Okay.
And Your Honor, just for the court's edification, this is Hannah Siebold.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Siebold.
I'm here for Ms. Gibson. We didn't have any opposition to the warrant being quashed, but we were going to ask that the $100 be converted into an unsecured appearance bond.
Okay. So we have the $100 as an unsecured appearance. Any objection to that, Mr. Miller?
No, that's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. So we'll quash the bench warrant. It'll be an unsecured appearance bond. So for the parties, how about if we move the status hearing to, how far out do you want it? Do you want it to June or just sooner than that?
No, we can go sooner than that. Maybe early May.
Okay. Ms. Siebel, does that work with your schedule? So we'll go ahead and set that in front of Judge Pallenberg. Let's set that for Monday, May 4th at 2:30. Ms. Hutch, Monday, May 4th at 2:30 is your court date in front of Judge Pallenberg. Keep in contact with your attorney from the Public Defender's Office, Mr. Miller, and we'll go ahead and quash the warrant, as I said, and turn that into an unsecured appearance bond. Anything else from the parties on that case?
So, Your Honor.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I think that was the only one for the state folks. If you want to hang up, you're free to do that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Hotch. You may hang up.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's go to the top of the calendar. City and Borough of Juneau versus Daniel Lewis Brito. 1JU20-4. Is Daniel Brito there on the phone? Mr. Brito, are you there? Miss Lee, are you there?
I am, Judge. Yes, Miss Lee is here.
And is Mr. Nagel there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Parties have any information on Mr. Brito? We had this set on for a change of plea, and it looks like he forgot to come to court last week. Miss Lee, do you have good contact information with Daniel Brito?
It looks like... I mean, I do, and I can let the court know that I give him the information multiple times.
So that being said, what is the party's position? We want to try one more time to get him in here, or do we need a warrant?
Your Honor, if I could just get one more time, I will try to make it very clear to him that the next time will be a warrant.
Yeah. Since we are trying to avoid jailing for misdemeanor cases, Mr. Nagel, are you okay with one more try?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So what if we set this for April 22nd on Wednesday at 10 a.m.? That will give ample time for Miss Lee to explain to Mr. Brito he really needs to show up, otherwise he'll get a free ride here from JPD. That being said, let's go to Richard Carl. 3 cases, City and Borough of Juneau versus Richard Carl, 1JU19-1394CR, 1JU19-653CR, and finally 1JU19-1249CR. Is Richard Carl on the phone?
Yes, I am.
Very good, Mr. Carl. So, Ms. Lee, are we going forward with the change of plea or something else today?
No, Your Honor. Mr. Carl is trying to get his license back to at least handle a portion of his case, and so he would like this to be moved out.
Okay. Mr. Nagel, are you okay if I set this out for maybe at 9 o'clock for a status hearing in June to see if he was able to get his license back in compliance?
Yes, Your Honor. No objection from the city.
Okay. So given what's going on, I think we should set it in June because it might take longer than usual to get that license in compliance. So, sir, what I'm going to do is put you on for Thursday, June 18th at 9 a.m. for all 3 of your cases. And if you can get your license, back in compliance, let Ms. Lee know. And we'll go from there. Even if you're unable to get your license in compliance, I'll need you to come here June 18th, Thursday at 9 a.m., and we'll go from there if you were unable to secure your license. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Carl, we'll see you here in court June 18th, Thursday at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
You may hang up. Thank you. So the last case I have on for the 10 a.m.s is City and Borough of Juneau versus Willie James Gillen, 1JU 19-1439, 1JU 19-1560, 1JU 20-38, and 1JU 20-165. Mr. Gillen, are you on the phone, sir? Mr. Gillen, are you there? I am not hearing anybody. Miss Lee? What's your... Hello?
Your Honor,
Oh, go ahead, Miss Lee.
Your Honor, the court may be probably aware it's very difficult for people to get in, and it's also very difficult for my clients to come to court at this time because of everything that's going on. I realize...
Who's on the phone? Is Mr. Gillen on the phone? No.
Okay.
Do we want to reschedule it in 2 or 3 weeks, Miss Lee?
Yes, please.
Is that okay with you, Mr. Nagel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Why don't we also set this one for April 22nd, Wednesday at 10 o'clock? I understand that some people are having trouble. I know people who had trouble with the bus because they're restricting the number of people that can get on the bus, and not everybody has a phone. So we'll see if we can get Mr. Gillen here for all of his cases on April 22nd at 10 a.m.
Thank you.
So I think that's everybody I had other than Miss Willoughby's 11 o'clock. Did I miss any of them, either Mr. Nagel or Miss Lee?